to the X last night and saw that she was reading Friend to the Classroom, okay, Armon Wiggins. She goes off on him again. Last night, she is what everyone is saying, tore him to shreds. The argument started when Wiggins criticized Minaj's decision to release her new collaboration, the song, reimagining of All Girls Are the Same with rapper Juice WRLD. Minaj took offense to this and accused Wiggins of crossing a line. She then went in on his unsuccessful music career. Oh my God. Armon took it all in stride, laughing off Nicki's comments. He also managed to anger rapper Cardi B. Quote, I'm not going to keep letting somebody think that they can disrespect me, they can bully me, they can keep trying me. Oh, this is from a while ago. So listen, what are you guys' reaction to seeing Nicki Minaj scream and yell at Armon Wiggins, okay? He just
So
was talking about me the other day.
so I'm confused. So do Armand and Nikki have a love-hate relationship? Like what is the deal with them? Like why like I
From what I understand, he used to be a Nicki fan, and then I guess there were some things he wanted from her that he felt like he should have gotten that he didn't get, like to be featured on her show or like some forms of attention. And when he didn't get it and other people got it, it angered him so much to the point where he started, dragging her online and, being friends with Cardi B and saying all these crazy things about her online for years. And then now he's attempted to reconcile with her and apologize, but she's still like, no, nigga, I still remember the shit you said the other day. But, there's been social media attention around him coming up on her live and, she basically cursing him out. But I think whatever he said this last time really got her going and she just went crazy on him.
do he got beef with Cardi B too?
I think so now.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. He
And
just got beef
he
with
and he was
everybody.
originally friends with Cardi during his whole I don't like Nicki Minaj era. The baby got it going on over there.
Why ain't nobody saying
Well,
nothing?
well, first of all, I did hear it, and it was crazy. Okay, Nikki was like, "Oh, you the bitch," called him all kinds of bitch ass niggas and bitches, and then he went live afterwards. I don't know if it was um Stationhead or one of these platforms he went on, and
Stationhead.
yeah, and he was saying like, you know, basically, like
Oh, never
he
mind. I don't know if it was Stationhead.
yeah,
My
like
bad.
he's not gonna like it's not gonna be he's not gonna take too much of that, and he loved the fact that he got read by her and he got his Joe Button moment, and he loves her and she's the queen, and yes, he wants her to read him, and he's not gonna take it like eventually he's gonna bust a shot back, if she don't stop, and that he was being respectful, and that she muted his mic, and so then, some people were saying this is not a love hate relationship. Like, how can somebody love you and talk to you like that, and not give you're not talking to her like that. She's straight talking to you like that. And
She was
so,
cussing his ass the fuck out.
yeah, that shit was crazy. And he was on mute. She muted him. I seen his picture in the box the whole time, paused. So I don't know if he was still there, but if he didn't drop. But yeah, she balked on him.
Woof woof.
Yeah, she definitely
Oh,
balked on him. And he's feel like, from what I'm getting, that he feels like, it's an honor. Like, like, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj barked on me. Like, it's an honor, and
mm-mm.
she don't even mention y'all, and she talks about me, and like the fact that she's mentioning him is enough, right? Like, oh, you can't even get a mention, regardless if she's calling him a bitch, nigga, or whatever. She's still mentioning him, and so
I don't want nobody cussing me out or trying to cuss me out and thinking that I'm honored. No, I'm not. I don't want to be disrespected by nobody.
And see, that's why when the girls be saying I be doing stuff for clicks and views, I have to like not take it so personal because that's what they do, Like, never mind you're being degraded by this huge personality on her. gigantic platform. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I just don't like her. Like, and I'm just like, girl, this is what you get for fucking with me. Nicki Minaj felt my pain, and she came to my rescue.
Does he argue with men the way he do with women?
I don't follow her content.
Um, I don't really see him arguing too much. I do follow him, and I don't really see him arguing, right? I see him stating his opinion and people feeling away. Like, he has a very big voice. He's really like into female rap. Like, so, he
You
gives a
like
lot of
him?
he gives a lot of opinions on stuff like that. And
Look, he like look. I ain't gonna hold you, Armand. Armand like Babs. And I watched snippets of the video when he was body shaming Oliver, and and I I just whatever issues you have, there's no need to be body shaming and be talking, nasty about somebody's appearance. But Babs, he was like, I like Babs or something. He said, I like Babs, I fuck with Babs. Because then were talking about the one little mishap that happened. He mentioned that briefly, but he was like, I like Babs, and I was like, oh.
yeah, me as an artist, I'm a female rapper, like, and he occupies that space. That's how I even got onto him. So I do understand. I do know, what's going on. I don't know it personally because I'm not speaking to these people, but I do watch. I see what's going on and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what's happening. He did the live with Nicki, and Nicki barked on him, and that was it.
It came back to me what I was about to say earlier. It had left my brain, and I was like, "Girl, what was I saying?" Um, what I was trying to say earlier was I understand why people like him think when I have mishaps like I had last week, I'm doing it for clicks and views because him getting dragged by Nicki was okay because he was getting, currency in social media. He's getting mentioned by one of the biggest stars in the world. He's getting the traffic. He's getting the traction. Never mind. It's Nicki Minaj cussing your ass out. It's just the fact that you got the attention is good enough.
I don't
That
care.
sucks. I don't want that kind of attention.
I don't care the big star or
Mm-mm.
not. Don't play on my top because I'm not about to sit up there. I don't care who
She
you
called
is.
him. She called him Gumby. I was like,
She called him
damn,
Gumby.
Gummy. Yeah, Gumby. One of those things. Yeah.
Some people feel like good publicity, bad publicity, it doesn't matter. Like, some people feel like there is no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Yeah.
They feel like it, whatever. This is the era we in. Everybody is messy. Like, we did a live last week. We had over 1,000 people in a live last week because it was
For the
messy
mess.
for the mess. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it is a lot of people that feel that way. Like, however it is, y'all talking about me, and I'm fine with that. And then you got people like Oliver, like yourself, and like me that's like, yeah, no. I'm not okay with that. Like, yeah, we gonna get the views, but you talking to me crazy like that, then I'm gonna turn back up on you the same way. But I'm gonna say this though. Let me say this, right? I'm a big fan, and I'm not gonna say this female rapper's name, right? Because I don't even want it to just go crazy. But I'm a big, big fan. And Oliver, I'll tell you when we get off the live. I'll call you and I'll tell. But
Well, shit, tell me too.
I'm
What
gonna
the
tell
fuck?
you too.
Don't leave me out.
Yes, I'm a big fan of this female rapper. And I grew up, and I watched this artist, and I love this artist so much. And then I got around this artist when I became, in the industry, when I industry certified. I get around this artist, I'm around this artist, and I'm like, I don't really like her. Yeah,
Stop.
and out of respect, I kept saying, I can't beat this person up because to me, they were like an icon, right? Like, how can I beat up this person? I love them so much, and I'm listening to their music. They're inspiring me, and I get to the point where I'm like, yo, I want to put hands, feet, elbow, forehead, teeth, everything on this bitch. But
Why?
yo, she was wilding. Like, she would. Yo, it'd be times she would compliment me and disrespect me at the same time, right? It was like weird. Like, I'll never forget one time we was out at an event and then she was like, "Oh, Babs, hold my bag for a second. I gotta tie my shoes." And she went to tie her shoes and then got up and kept walking. And I'm,
Oh, you
yeah,
like you the
like,
bag lady. Like, hold my bag.
hello,
Hold my bag, Farnsworth.
yo. And I'm like,
Mr.
nah,
Bentley, I'm
B.
tight.
Yo, I'm like, nah, B. So now I'm struggling because I'm like,
Was it
damn.
Foxy?
I'm like, damn, I'm going to tell you when we get off the live. I'm gonna tell you who it is. But
Oliver,
I'm
she
just like,
said she gonna tell us
I'm
yeah,
when
I'm
trying
we
going
to
to
get
tell
off.
y'all when
I'm
we
trying to
get
ask
off
for
the
the
live
people.
who this artist is. But, like, it was crazy. It would be things like that. Now, it's like, I'm so honored to be with this artist. I'm so honored that she's calling me like, yo, Baz, what you doing? I'm going to come pick you up. All of this is going on, but at the same time, I feel like I'm being disrespected and belittled.
Yeah.
And I did for a certain amount of time. It took me about 2 years before I finally barked on that bitch. It took me about 2 years for me to finally be like, you know what, bitch, is up for you. I'm tired of this shit.
Can we get a hint?
No.
We'll get
So
a we'll get a hint off air.
yeah, off air, off air. So I'm just, for me, when I look at that, and then I'm looking at, this situation with him and Nicki, I kind of, to a certain extent, understand it, but not in the public, right? Like, I don't, we wouldn't, for me, I wouldn't have been on live with her and she violate me like that without me bucking back. That's just because of the platform we on. But it was times where I could honestly say, like, I should have said something and I didn't, and I was letting shit slide. I remember one time she called me like, "Bitch, what you doing? I'm about to come get you. We going to the studio." And I was like, "All right." And I hung up and I just looked at my girl. It's my ex at the time. Well, my ex now is my girl then. I looked at her and I just started crying. And she was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't want to go." And she was like, "Well, bitch, don't go." And I was like, "But I got to. I gotta go." I was like, how can I tell this person no? I'm like, I'm so honored to even, for them to even want me to be in the studio with them. But deep down, it's like, yo, bitch, I don't like you. And I wish I never met you. And I wish I could have just loved you and had the image of who I thought you
Thought
were.
you was.
Yeah. And now that I know you, I still love the artist. But I know you, bitch. And I don't like you.
Yo, that's been my experience with a lot of people that I've worked with in the industry, where I've seen these people, growing up at some point in my life, and then I meet them and work with them and get to know them. And I'm just like, oh my God. The art and the presentation online, the presentation on television and movies is very different from the person I'm seeing in real life. That was one of the biggest things I noticed immediately when I started working in entertainment. Like, this shit is a fucking facade and a fantasy.
Yeah. And when you admire somebody and you idolize somebody and you finally get to meet them,
Mm-hmm.
you might let certain shit slide. I know
Yeah.
for me, I did. I let certain shit slide. And it's
Mm-hmm. Me
still
too.
to this day, right? Like, I'm not, you're not going to get me arguing with Mary. You know what I'm saying? Mary be like, "Yo, fuck you, bitch." I'm be like, "Yo, man." Like, I'm not on no, it gotta be a certain type of situation. We gotta be in a relationship for me to argue with that bitch. Other than that, I'm just like, I'm not, you got it, MJB. I'm out of here because I don't want to fuck you up. Like, that's how I be. Like, let me leave because I don't want to fuck you up.
I gotta go. I gotta go. When you was finna beat up, what's his name, Ness? I think Enes. You was like, man, I gotta go. I gotta go, man. Because my people finna pull up. You was wilding, Babs. You was spazzing.
Yo, I'd be quick to be like, let me get out of here. Cause
you such an emotional gangster.
And I'll fight, but I don't want to fight. And that's why I be like, I gotta go. Cause bitch, you about to put me in that cell, okay? Cause I'm about to put every part of this body on you.
Babs for baddies. Hello.
Oh my God. No, they is not finna knock down my friend. I don't want to see that. No,
no
all.
baddies. Mm-mm.